Hey everybody, what's up? So picking back up where we left off with the closure. So I have the closure bleached dye tinted. If you didn't see part 1, go watch part 1, and I'm just gonna cut off the lace in the front. I like to cut it off before I make the wig, just because I made a wig without cutting it off first, and yeah, I had a couple issues. So yeah, I just like to always cut it off now so I can match it up with the lining of the cap. Just my personal preference. I'm putting it down with these T-pins. I usually do this step first, but since it was drying, I had to sew a little bit because I was in a rush. So just ignore the tracks, pretend they are not there. We will get to that part later. So I'm securing down the closure, and I am now going to sew it to the base of the cap. And yeah, I'm going to start by putting a few stitches in, and then you'll see the technique I have when I am wrapping the thread around the needle a few times. Like 2 or 3 times is good. I'm sorry, my mannequin head is a bobblehead in this video. Yeah, I was pulling kind of hard, so it was shaking all over the place. So excuse that. You'll see that a few times throughout the video, but it's all good, girl. It's all good. I'm just gonna sew this closure on, and yeah, be right back. Alright, so now the the closure is sewn on, and I am just braiding the hair to get it out the way. Ooh, got a little out track here, put it out. Okay, girl. Yeah, so I'm just braiding this hair to get it out the way, and these are the bundles that I'm going to be using. This hair is actually from Eunique Hair Extensions. I will put her Instagram in the description box so you guys can see where I got the hair from. This was actually given to me, so I'm trying it out. I'm gonna start by taking the needle, putting it through the thread. When I start a new bundle, I always put the needle through the thread. You don't want to do that all the time, just because it, increases the shedding. But definitely when I start a new bundle, I make sure I put the needle through the weft, and I'm just securing it again. Doing the technique where you just wrap it around a few times, 2 or 3 times, to get it and make sure it is secure. And I am doing this a few times so I can secure the first bundle down. Okay, so now I'm starting to sew. I put the needle through the thread, and I bring it through so that it is coming inside of the thread. I don't know how to say it. If you get what I'm saying. I bring the thread in through around. I don't know. It's so hard to explain, but you guys can see what I'm doing. If you look closely. So here I am securing. I'm flipping over the track. I do not cut my tracks. I just flip them. So I'm securing it down, doing 1 single stitch first. Well, actually, I do 2 single stitches, I think, right here. Just to tack it down, and then I go in with the method to wrap around the thread. You want to make sure that you really tack your ends down when you do this and you flip the track over, because if not, like, they can come up and fly away, and if you don't really tack it down tight, it's going to be loose and it's going to get floppy, and the wig is not going to last as long as if you were to really make sure it was tied down with the thread. So I'm just speeding it up for y'all. Oops, slow down. And okay, so here when I get there's 2 seams in the cap, so when I cross both seams, I always do 2 stitches of the wraparound method. Always. And then to end my thread needle, I'm gonna cut it at the base of the needle, and I'm gonna take those 2 pieces, and then I'm gonna tie them together, and then cut off the extra thread. Y'all, these nails are like really long. That like they were so annoying during this whole process. I don't know what I was thinking. My nails this long. Like, girl, you know you do hair. I always think I can get these long nails, and then I'll be pissed later after the fact when I can't do what I need to do. But anyway, off topic. That is the first bundle in, y'all. Yeah. Now we're going into bundle 2. I did a little bit without you guys, but you guys can, see what I'm doing. The video is going to be kind of fast forwarded up to this point since I've, teaching you like the basics. So, like I said before, you just want to make sure you sew back and forth. And, you just want to make sure everything is tight. You want to make sure your stitches are close together. The closer together your stitches, the longer wig will last. It's a little more time consuming to put your stitches close together because you have to make more stitches. But, excuse my dirty background. I mean, not dirty, but messy. Y'all know how it is. I'm in college, so, stuff is rough. But whatever. I am getting to the top of the wig, and I'm securing this track down. And when you get up here, you can give the tracks a little more space just because so it won't be as bulky at the top. You can allow a little bit more space, so you just have to really guesstimate that and figure out how bulky it would be, and that's depending on your closure size as well, because you can get away with putting more tracks down if your closure covers more space. And I am finishing up the wig here. Last few stitches, I'm just doing the wraparound method a few times and cutting off the excess track. And now the wig is closed up. No gaps, no spaces, no holes. And the stitches are tight and close together. Yes, girl. I really liked how this wig came out. I really put my foot in this wig. I feel like the tracks, they held so long and I wore it for a while. So I'm just cutting off the area where the closure is. Make sure you do not cut your closure. Done it before, just make sure you don't do that. You're going to waste your money, girl. So just be careful when you do that. And this is the finished wig. You can see the stitches, the cap, the closure, everything. So now I'm just cutting in a few layers in the wig. I wanted it kind of long and black. I did end up going back in and rinsing the wig black also, but I'm just cutting the layers now, so you can see where the line of demarcation is between the really kind of short hair and the longer hair. That's where you want to start cutting, and that will, decrease that line and also create layers. So if you were to curl it, they'll just really be like, flowy and big and body. Like if you cut layers in the hair, it just makes the curls so much more popping. So I wanted this to be like a long black layered wig that I could curl up, and yeah, I got that. So you just want to make sure you layer your wigs, girl. I'm sorry I'm all up in the camera with my phone and my stomach out, but y'all gotta understand, when I'm making these wigs, I'm in my environment, I'm in my natural habitat. I love to do this, so yeah, that's why I was just like that, girl. I was just at the crib chilling, and you see I cleaned up the couch, so I'm not out here bogus no more. And you can just see like all the cutting that I'm doing. It's not really much, just little layering. I did a little point cutting in the front for a bang, but for the most part I just went around the wig, as you saw, and just cut from the line of demarcation. And I'm flat ironing it. I don't think you guys really need to know how to flat iron, so I just went through this part really quickly. I just flat ironed around the whole wig with my Babyless Titanium Pro, which broke last week. So now I gotta get a new flat iron, y'all. I'm out here with a broke flat iron, nothing to do. So yeah. And after that, I was pretty much done with the wig. I was excited with how this turned out. And if you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.